It's called a thing called discipline. Right. And it's also a thing called temperance. And sometimes it's like, oh, it's so hard to do this. But Romans 12 and 1 tells me that it's a reasonable service. Presenting your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service. So it may not feel good, but later on it will pay off. I can promise you that. I remember the disciples when they was trying to cast out a spirit. And then they said, Jesus, what's wrong? Why we can't do it? And Jesus said, this kind come through fasting and prayer. Some things in our life, that stronghold, we need to literally deny our flesh and come before God in prayer. And then God will move. And when you do that, you'll get the greater blessing. You'll get the blessing. Listen, you're blessed. Each and every one of you are blessed. How do I know? Because you're living. Amen. Yes. Amen. Yes. You're already blessed. Yes. You're blessed because you're calling on Jesus. Yes. So somebody say, well, I'm waiting on my blessing. Well, you're blessed. You are a blessed individual. You're a child of the King. Amen. 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 I'm just making sure the mic. Amen. Amen. Practicing is working. Glory. Amen. Hallelujah. All right, I need to talk back. Hey. Hallelujah. I don't want to sound like I'm in the mirror by myself. Although I preach in the mirror by myself. Very good. Let me tell you. Hey. Glory to God. Amen. Amen. Praise God. We're doing better. Amen. So we're already blessed. But I need God to do some stuff that I just think about. Oh, you don't believe that, do you? Yes. The Bible said, you commit your way unto him, your very thoughts will be established. So that means I'm sitting at my desk, minding my own business. And I said, I like that Mercedes S500. Bam! God said, all right, I got it. Hey. And it comes to pass. Why? Because if I commit myself unto him, he's going to bless me with the desires of my heart. All I need to do is do what I know to do, according to the scriptures. So if God tell me to pray, guess what I'm going to do? Oh, we working on it. If God tell me to fast, I'm going to what? Fast. I'm just going to do what God tell me to do because I'm being obedient to his word. Right. Obedient. And when I be obedient to his word and come before him, God is going to answer from heaven. Yes. And you know what I love about it, Brother Jermaine? He don't only answer me, but he answered for you too. You know why? Because I prayed for you. Oh! Oh, yes. You know that song that says somebody prayed for me? Had me on their mind. Took the time out. Took the time to pray for me. Amen. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed for me. Somebody prayed for me. Hallelujah. I went before the Lord. I said, Lord, I need you to move. Lord, I need you to do this. Lord, I do. And you know what the Lord said to me, Minister God? He said, I must honor your mother's prayers first. Oh, y'all don't hear that. And my mother passed and gone. God honors the prayers of his people. Amen. So sometimes the blessings do not feel comfortable. That uncomfortable blessing, that uncomfortable blessing, it doesn't feel always good. I'm reminded of this example. Amen. I think of a baby, a mother having a child, and some don't have this experience, but some do. But even if you don't have the experience, you can understand this. And I'm going to share with you the way the Lord has given it to me. Upon conception, a woman knows that she's about to have a child. And two things go through her mind. And believe me, I went through both of them. Oh my God, I'm having a baby. Or, oh my God, I'm going to have a baby. Believe me, depending on where you are in your life, I experienced both. Yeah. I'm here to let you know. Yeah. Amen. And at the same time, even though there's an expectation that you know 9 months down the line, guess what's coming? A baby. Oh, come on, I need y'all to talk to me. Guess what's coming? A baby. A baby. A baby is coming. And I started to think about this, evangelist. I started to think about the stages of that pregnancy. And you have that first trimester, mother. You know it when you have that called morning sickness, where everything that you eat comes right on out. And it's not the pleasant feeling. You know, Sister Sylvia, because if it was like me carrying Shiloh, I didn't throw up per se, but I had that nauseous feeling all the time. And if you anybody has ever been nauseous or feel like throwing up, imagine feeling like that all the time. It's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And since the crackers couldn't work, they said, eat some crackers. Them crackers did not work, y'all. It was uncomfortable for me. And the worst thing to do is to have a baby in the summertime. Oh my God. Because in the summertime, you go through this thing called mood swings, and you're moody. You really are. So everything gets on your nerves. You're heated, you're hot, and you're like, oh my God. And I'm bringing it down this way because everybody does not experience pregnancy, right? Men don't have no clue what a woman goes through. Amen. No idea. Amen. No idea. But you're walking around trying to get comfortable in bed and you cannot. Why? Because something is inside of you that you really want to come out. My Lord, it is the most uncomfortable thing you can think of. Oh, y'all don't hear me. Oh, yeah, Jesus, Lord God. And then after a while, after that baby start growing, then your walk start to change. From walking like this to you barely can move or get up out the bed, and you find ways to get up. You gotta roll, just roll out the bed because you in so much agony and pain. And then when they tell you, minister, when they say, okay, you almost close, and you almost close to the end of the week, and you're almost in that last trimester, right at the end, and you're ready for that baby to come, and you're like, oh, I feel pain, there it goes. And then you rush to the doctor, I know it is, it's coming. And the doctor said, no, they Braxton Hicks. And you're like, Braxton who? Hicks. What is that? That's that false labor. Oh my God. Then you really get mad. What? You mean they ain't coming? No. You gotta wait a little bit longer. I'm going somewhere. I know. I feel the anointing of God. And I said, and then you sit there like, what? What? So if it was like me, I did everything. I moved furniture. I'm trying to, because they said if you stay active, you know the baby will come. So I walked, y'all. I walked from White Oak Road to Kent General. Yes, I did. I'm going to walk this baby up. And I literally walked, y'all. Because I did everything I knew to make this baby. And I was just as uncomfortable. And the doctor said, what did you do? I said, I walked. You did what? I walked. Why you walk? Because I want this out. You're so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I'm trying to tell you, it is not the best feeling. Then the appointed time comes. Good God Almighty. Hey, Lord. And they check you, they say, oh, you like 2 centimeters. We got to admit you. You like, yes. Hey, yes. I'm ready to be admitted. And you get admitted, and the next thing you know, the baby still ain't coming. Oh, y'all hear me? So if anything like me, they admit you, put all this stuff on you, right? Get you set up in the room, and you're sitting up there for 1 hour go by. Oh, this ain't that bad. I can deal with this. You got a little pain. I can deal with this. 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. If anything like me, 26 hours, you barely can breathe. Then you need somebody to come over there and coach you. Hold on in there. You can make it. It's not over. Just hold on in there. Breathe. You trying to do all the, and you just can't ease the pain. And they give you this thing called an epidural. That's what they call it nowadays. That thing still don't work all that well. Don't let that fool you. They gave me all the pain stuff. And with Shiloh, I was too far along, so they couldn't give me any pain. So I was all natural. Oh my God. And I was struggling. With Levi, I was 3 days. I was struggling of pain and agony. But one thing that I knew that nobody could separate me or destroy my mind from was the fact that I knew a baby was coming. No matter how I felt, no matter how much the agony, no matter how much the pain, I knew a baby was coming. And it was going to come no matter what I've done. Oh, y'all, that baby was going to come. Oh, y'all don't hear me. I said, God, why are you saying this to me? And at the moment when the pain get the hardest and it seemed unbearable, and it seemed like, how can I make it? Why did I do this? What did I doing? What was on my mind? Oh, my Lord. And then you get then you had that baby come right on out. And then you look at that baby. And the first thing my doctor did was slap it right up on it. It was like, hey, take the baby. And you looked at that baby and you said, this is my baby. This is my blessing. I said, Lord, what are you saying today? I said, why are you having me talk about the birth of a mother? Hallelujah. And the Lord started to just speak to me. My God. I said, I hear you, Holy Ghost. I said, I hear you, Jesus. I hear what you're saying. Hallelujah. Sometimes, hallelujah, what God is doing, he's preparing his people for the next blessing. I need you to hear me loud and clear. He's preparing you for the next place, for the next move, for the next miracle, for the next level of greatness. Yes, he is. Everybody on the sound of my voice and those that are listening in, understand this, what God is doing in this dispensation time, what he's doing right now for the body. He's preparing you for the next. Somebody say next.
Next.
That's the next level of greatness, the next level of miracle, the next level of deliverance, the next level of healing, the next level of blessing. Blessing with a name on it, something that cannot be described, something that you cannot even express, something that people around you will not be able to express. But understand this, that God is saying that what I'm doing right now for my people, I'm preparing them for the next blessing, for the next miracle, for the next hand of God, for the next manifestation of God, for the next glory of God. I am preparing my people to go to the greater place that's called next. I'm preparing you, and let me let you know something, brothers and sisters. This place we're in right now, it may not feel comfortable, it may not feel easy. Understand this, you will go through years and months, you will go through summers and winters, you will go through winters and spring and fall. Every season will go by, and the agony is still there. The pain is still there. The affliction is still there. Oh my God, I'm in the drought of finances. Things don't seem like it's working in my favor. God, what is going on? But God sent me to tell you today that I am preparing you for the season of next. I'm preparing you for the next blessing, the next miracle. Hold on in there. The turmoil and the pain I will be left behind. But I'm pulling you to a state of life, and this life may feel uncomfortable. But understand this, it will not kill you. It will not kill you, baby. It will not kill you. Just hold on in there. The thief come to kill you. The thief come to destroy you. But God said, I come that you might have life, and life more abundantly. Why? Because I am God. I've come to give you the next. Somebody clap your hands and give them glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Somebody shout glory.
Glory.
The next place. The next place. The next blessing. I looked at the text. Oh, Rosh Hashanah. Hallelujah. In the book of Kings. And we see Naaman. And the Bible explains to me of how this man, he was a host, the captain, and the host of King Syria. So what does that mean? He had a very elite position. And it was a position that everybody looked up to. A position that everyone knew of. And a position that everyone admired. But the difference is, my sister, is that he was in this position but was uncomfortable. He was in this position and he was in pain. He was in this position, and the Bible explains he had this thing called leprosy. It didn't necessarily explain how he received the leprosy, but we know that it was there. And I started to look at leprosy, Uncle